I would like to talk to you about the issue of stress management. There's abundance of stress going around for everybody to share. It seems like there's a lot of things that are happening around us. And when we are stressed, we can be negatively impacted. Mentally, of course, stress impacts us negatively physically. It impacts negatively our relationships. There's just a lot of things that are impacted when we carry stress. So how do we deal with it? I think of a couple of ways that the Bible talks about. Both of these ways are found in the Gospels in the New Testament. In one way, Jesus talks about not worrying, and he says, don't worry about the things of life. Just seek first the kingdom of God, and I'll give you the things that you need. So in other words, coping with stress means trusting in God's provision in a source that is greater than yourself, that He knows what's best, and if you trust what God has for your life, that will bring peace in your life. It may not be exactly what we expect or want or desire for that matter, but God knows what's best, and if we will trust Him and seek first His kingdom, He says that stress is not needed in our lives. He will provide for us. But another way that I want to talk to you about is how Jesus himself showed the example of dealing with stress in his life. Yes, Jesus dealt with difficult times, and sometimes we can read that he would just go away by himself. He would get away just with him and God, and he would spend alone time, quiet time with God. Jesus realized that he needed to fill himself up in order to pour himself out into other people. So my question to you is, what do you do to fill yourself up so that you can pour yourself out into other people? It's inevitable. We got to pour ourselves out into people all the time. So what are you doing to take care of yourself? Here's the good news. You have permission to do that. It's not selfish to think of yourself enough to take care of yourself in a way that you can be at your best for other people. That's actually selfless. And that's being selfless because you're thinking of others by pouring in yourself. Yes, it's a kind of a strange way of looking at it, but it's true. So some things that I do to get away like Jesus got away is, I find things that bring joy to me that I can clear my mind. I like going paddleboarding. I like going to movie theaters with my wife, although that's not an option right now. We like working out together. I like getting away lots of times just by myself in a place of quiet. No TV, no computers, no radio, nothing like that. Just a place where my mind can rest and I can just relax myself. I know it's important for me to keep myself filled up. And whatever I'm doing, though, the most important thing is I'm always listening to God. I want to seek God because He's the one that fills me up ultimately. It's not the things that I'm doing. Those things just permit me to be able to hear from Him better. So what are you doing to fill yourself up? That is a very important question, and it's a question you need to answer. And if you're not doing something to fill yourself up and seek God and listen to God, you need to make time for that. That's very important. Make time in your life to do that. There are times where I feel like I need to fill myself up and I need to get away, and I do. I'll do like Jesus did. I'll just retreat from the world, if you will, and I will go and make time for myself. So I realize that's very important. So what are you doing for yourself so that you can pour yourself out into others? That's the key question. If you would like help in figuring that out, maybe finding out what are some good ways for you to do that, please reach out to me. You can always reach out to me in the multiple ways that I always talk about in my videos, through emailing, through texting, through phone calls, on my cell, or that red number on my business card. You can reach out to me by private messaging on Facebook, through the chat app. There's so many ways. But I'd like to help you work on your stress management if that's something that you need help with. And I appreciate you, and I care for you a whole lot. And just know that I'm here for you. Have a great day.